Okay, guys, this might not be what you want to hear, but it's definitely what you need to hear. If you've been studying English for months, even years, but you're still struggling to speak fluently, it's probably because you're making one or more of these 5 mistakes. And I say this with love, but also with experience. I've taught over 10,000 English classes and still counting, and I see these same patterns over and over again. Today, let's fix these patterns. Let's talk about why you're still not fluent. One of the mistakes you're probably making is relying only on passive learning. You spend hours watching YouTube videos and doom scrolling on TikTok and following hundreds of English teachers on Instagram, but you never say a word. That, my friends, is passive learning. If you want to become fluent, you really need to immerse yourself in the language. And yes, that means watching and reading and listening, but most importantly, speaking. Don't just consume content, you need to actually communicate in English. It's like Cristiano Ronaldo, only watching football as a child on TV and never actually kicking a ball. Where would he be today? You see what I mean? So instead, after you watch or read something, speak about it. Talk to a friend or talk to yourself. It doesn't matter. Just summarize what you've learned. Doing this turns passive input into active output and helps build your confidence, your pronunciation, and your fluency. Another mistake you're probably making is avoiding speaking practice. You're simply not speaking English regularly enough. Like I said, I've taught over 10,000 English classes and still counting, and I've lost count how many students have said to me, I understand everything, but when it's time to speak, I forget everything. And honestly, if I had a penny for every time I heard this, I'd probably have a lot of money right now. But here's the truth. You have to use the language to become fluent. Otherwise, it's like a dormant volcano. All of the potential is there, but nothing's happening. You're just not using the language enough. Speak to someone, join a conversation group, or even talk to yourself, as I said previously. Comment under videos maybe, ask questions in the comments section, answer questions in the comments section. These are all things you can do to actually try to use the language. And if there's one thing I want you to remember from this lesson, it's this. Fluency doesn't come from knowing. It comes from using the language. Another mistake you're making is expecting fluency fast. Let's be real, you won't become fluent in 30 days. And anyone who tells you otherwise is just selling you false hope. Even 3 months. Unless you have some kind of superpower, and honestly, I don't know many students that do, it takes real time and effort and consistency. 30 days or 3 months just isn't realistic. Think about it. Becoming a doctor, a pilot, an athlete, a lawyer, they all take years. So why do you think learning English is different? It really isn't. Another mistake is being inconsistent. This one is a major fluency killer. You study hard 1 week and then you stop for a month. Does that sound like you? Well, the truth is, consistency is always going to beat intensity or quantity. 15 minutes a day, every day, is way more effective than 2 hours once a week. It's easier to digest, it's less overwhelming, and your brain is going to retain more of the information that you've learned. It's like running. What's better? Running 15 minutes every day or 2 hours once a week? Which one would you recommend to someone looking to start running? The same goes for English. Make it a habit and you will see real progress, I promise you. And lastly, you're being too focused on perfection. The fear of making mistakes because you want your English to be perfect. So you don't speak because you're afraid of sounding silly or stupid. guess what? Nobody actually cares, and mistakes are how we learn. Let me remind you that there are far more non-native English speakers than native speakers in the world, about 3 to 4 times more. Do you really think they all speak perfect English? Of course they don't, and they don't necessarily need to. Everyone makes mistakes. It's completely normal. Back to Cristiano Ronaldo again. Imagine if he gave up every time he didn't kick the ball perfectly. Well, he didn't give up. He practiced and he still doesn't kick it perfectly every time. And that's what you need to do in English. Keep going, keep practicing, keep communicating. Your English doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is to be understood. Even if your grammar isn't 100% correct, you can still communicate effectively. Perfect English isn't the goal. Communication and being understood is the goal. Every fluent speaker has made thousands of mistakes. It's not about being perfect. It's about making progress through your mistakes. And if you've made any of these mistakes I've mentioned, you're really not alone. But now you know better, so I expect you to do better. No more waiting, no more perfection, definitely no more excuses. Make English a part of your daily life. Speak it, use it. Your road to fluency starts right now.